Hey guys, what's up? Another tutorial today on how to do crab steering. So we are going to run through here until we find something that says crab steering, and then it's going to say steering mode, and it's going to say action steering mode front wheel. So this is where you start off when you're doing crab steering, is you have to write this code. So first of all, you want to go to Ackerman steering configurations, which is going to be under wheel configurations. You'll find this afterwards, and it's often going to say Ackerman steering, rot speed, rot max, and then after this you want to set rot center to 0, and then you want to have another 0. So this line of code is the first thing you're going to want to change, because it's going to say, tire 1, and then it's going to say 3, and it's going to say like 2, and then it's going to say 4. So you want to change that to rot center 0 and 0. And then after you've done that, you can come down here and you can either get this off of a telehandler, or I can create another text document with this file in it, or you can just write it out. And you just need this line of code right here. So you want to have crab steering, and then you want to have the different modes you want. So when you're doing this, you have the wheel index 1, so that's going to be the front one tire, second is the other front tire, third is one of the rear tires, and the fourth is the other. And you're going to have offset, and if you want just the front wheels to steer, you're going to have offset 0, and then you're going to set the front 2 to locked false and the rear 2 locked true, so that just the the front tires can steer and the rear cannot. And then if you want all-wheel steering, you're going to set offset to 0 again, and you're going to have the same wheel indexes, and you're not even going to write locked. You're just going to have nothing there. It's just that, and all the wheels will steer. And then if you want to do crab steering left, you're going to set offset to 20 degrees, and that means the tires will each turn 20 degrees to the left, and all-wheel steering works, so the tires will turn, but they're reset themselves to 20 degrees off once you stop steering. And then if you want to have crab steering right, you can set it to negative whatever degrees of, you want the wheels to be angled at. So you might not want them to be set to 20, maybe you only want it 10. So it depends on how far you want the crab steering to be turning the wheels when you're not, steering. So you can set up that. You could even, set it so the rear tires steer and the front don't, or really whatever combination you want in here. And I have just usually done the standard, setup with the front wheels not being locked like a standard truck would, and then having the all-wheel be the next one, and then crab steering for the others for my monster trucks. So that's the first thing you have to do as far as code goes. And another note is, when you're doing this, you do have to be using drive nodes. You can't have the tires be on the vehicle. You have to be using nodes in order to do this. I do have another tutorial on that, so I recommend you go watch that if you don't know how to do drive nodes already. I will have the link in the description. So next thing we're going to want to do is go to the mod description. Our mod desk is probably what it's going to come up as, and you're going to want to scroll through here. Yours may be shorter or longer until you find vehicle types, and you may not find this at all, and you may have to write it in, but you want vehicle types. And then you're going to go down here and you're going to write specialization, and then you're going to write name, and then you're going to put in crab steering. And you want to make sure you have the first line set to, the name of whatever your mod is, and then parent car fillable, and then class name vehicle, and then file name data s, or money symbol data s, scripts vehicles vehicle Luna. And that is something that the game has with special, script that's pre-written up, and you just set this up and it'll add whatever you need for your vehicle. So you just have to add this line of code to it if it doesn't already exist, and if it doesn't, you can just write it in under vehicle types, and you want to squish it between store items and specializations, or whatever. I don't know, I think this is like slash L10N or something. Sometimes you won't have all of these extra things. It just depends. But really what matters is you want to have vehicle types, and you want to have the name of the specialization, and then you want to have type with a little slash before it, and then you want to have vehicle types. And this is because this vehicle has a winch on it, it already has one here with this. So I could, for example, it would look like something like this if it didn't have a winch on it, just to give you reference. That's what it would look like if it didn't have a winch, so ignore this extra little, bottom piece of code here. So that's how you do crabbing steering. It's just that simple, but you do need to run wheel nodes or it will not work. So I do recommend that you either, if you don't know how to, you check out my tutorial, or make sure that your vehicle does have that on it, because if you don't, it will not work. Best of luck to you all. Have a good day. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those down below. Feel free to give the video a like, dislike, whatever you want. Have a good day.